Deportiva y con swing.
Deportiva y con swing.
La factoría del deporte desde New York para ti. Es una máquina.
Es una máquina
Pensada para ti.
pensada para ti. Número uno en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Con informaciones importantes siempre frescas.
Y con entrevistas que te ponen de cabeza.
Lo mejor del deporte lo encontrarás aquí.
Búscale en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Suscríbete,
Ay sí,
infórmate.
ok. Dale a la campana para que te llegue.
Thank you, brother.
All right, questions for Carlos Correa?
I guess that's it.
Go to Jesse on your right.
I know it's just a few minutes after the game, but can you sort of internalize what getting to 5 straight ALCSs is like for you and the team?
It's really special. Yeah, I'll never take these moments for granted, and I'm gonna enjoy it with my teammates as much as I can. This is a special team, special organization. Proud of what the front office has been able to do with the Houston Astros, and I'll tell you, man, we don't get tired of these moments. So they're special, and we perform our best when October comes. So happy for the guys, happy for all the players that got traded over here that helped us win so far, and we're looking forward to the next series against Boston. It's gonna be a great one.
Is part of what's special sort of getting through the negativity that kind of follows the franchise at times?
Yeah, we don't pay too much attention to that. In the clubhouse, it's all positive. It's all positivity, and we love each other. We care for each other. We got each other's back, and that's the most important to us.
All right, adding Altuve in, and we'll go to the left aisle on the left.
Jose, congratulations. Like, what is it about you guys that seem to feed off, or maybe feed off's the wrong word, but it seems like all the negativity and the booing and stuff like that, you guys don't seem bothered by any of it. It seems like you guys just play. What is it about you guys that allows you to keep your focus and play your game in those situations?
We knew that we were playing a really good team. These guys can pitch and they can hit. So I didn't want to go back to Houston and play Game 5 with them. So I personally show up ready, 100% to play, 100% focus on the game, on the pitcher, on playing defense. I know the boys did the same thing, and we got good chemistry. We talk a lot about how we're gonna go out there and play. But what I saw today was everybody focused on the game and nothing else.
Go back row in the middle.
This is a question for you both. I mean, you both are kind of moving up the leaderboards on different postseason stats. Carlos, you tied for 6th in postseason RBIs. Jose, you're tied for 4th in postseason home runs. I mean, just obviously you've been doing it for a long time, but just to hear your names in conversation with some of the greatest hitters that this game has ever seen, what's that like for you both?
For me personally, it's very humbling for me when I'm in Puerto Rico. Trying to make it to a big leagues with a dream, with a vision, and you visualize these moments, and you want to be in the World Series, and you want to be in the playoffs, and you want to be able to hit home runs, and when it's actually happening, I mean, it's surreal and it's special. And working since I was 5 years old with my dad, preparing for these moments, it makes it all worth it. So I'm very happy with what we've accomplished, but there is still a lot more to accomplish. So we're staying hungry, we're staying focused, and we want to strive for more.
Yeah, like Carlos said, this is a dream come true, and it feels good to be next to great names in RBIs and homers, because in the end of the day, what you're trying to do is help your team to win. So if you get some RBIs, you get some homers, you're helping your team to move on, and I'm happy to do that.
Staying in the middle, back row.
I guess for either of you, I mean, you both had big hits in this game. Alex did as well. How big is that for the big names, the kind of cornerstone pieces of this franchise to come through in those big moments?
We talked before the game, and we said we gotta come through today for the team, and that's what we did. As leaders of the team, we want to go out there and do what's best for the team, and that's winning, and that's driving in runs, and that's focusing even more on these at-bats that are really important. We don't want to go home yet, and this is not like the regular season where if you lose, you got another game the next day. If you lose here, you go home, and we're not ready to go home yet. We don't have vacations planned. We don't have any of that planned because we want to play baseball all the way until late October.
To your right, Jesse.
Carlos, you were very aware yesterday of Carlos Rodon's situation, and I wonder on the pitch you hit and seeing him that second time, was he different the second time than the first time in terms of kind of the stuff?
I thought his fastball was really good and very hoppy. Just watching the game, I noticed that he was striking everybody out with the fastball. And, you see him bumping his chest and screaming. And, I said, I'm 0-2, bases loaded. He wants to strike me out so he can, hit it again and yell. And I said, I'm not going to let a fastball go by me. So if he would have thrown a slider, I probably would have fallen on the plate. But I was 100% committed to the fastball, getting on top of it, and he threw it, and I capitalized.
Middle section, second row.
Jose, you have a long history of coming up big in the biggest of games. How much do you love the challenge of performing on the stage like this?
I feel like you have to love it in order to execute, to make it happen. You, like Carlos said, you visualize before the game. You don't, before the game, you're not thinking about being the hero, but you got to be ready just in case you need to be the hero. So I think that's a mentality we all have. We're just trying to win a game, but obviously to win a game, you have to hit in certain situations, and I think the whole lineup is ready for that.
Second row on your left.
This is for either of you. Another follow-up on Rodon. What goes into your preparation process when there's some uncertainty of what version you guys might see, whether it's the guy that is throwing low 90s or today when he's throwing 99? How do you guys go into a start like that, maybe not knowing which one you'll be getting?
Well, we didn't look at the video when he was throwing 90, 91. Because we knew he was not going to come in at 90-91 today. It's too important of a game for Tony to make the decision of putting him in there. If he was going to throw 90-91 miles an hour, he would have gone with Lance Lynn. So we knew he was going to be amped up, and we knew he was going to be upper 90s, and we prepared for it. And I feel like we did a great job chasing him out of the game early, putting great at-bats together as a team, and I think that was the key of the game.
Back to your right, Jesse.
Jose, are you aware when the crowd is cheering when you're hit by a pitch, and is that fueling you as you go to first base?
No, just trying to focus on what's happening in the game and focus on the pitcher. Like I said, these guys are really good. So if you're paying attention to something else, you might not be able to hit it. You have to be 100% focused on the guy on the mound in order to hit it. That's the way I do it.
Back to the middle section, top row.
Carlos, with not knowing kind of what the future holds for you after this year, have you found yourself maybe trying to kind of enjoy this playoff run more than in the years past with the Astros?
I enjoy every single one of them, and this is the one I'm enjoying the most right now because it's in the present moment. So I'm just gonna go out there with my teammates with one goal in mind, that's to win it all. And when the off season comes, I will think about all the other stuff. But right now, the main focus is helping this team win a championship, and that's all I think about.
One more from that top center row.
I know you guys just won and you want to bask in this, but you guys have any immediate thoughts on facing the Red Sox this coming week?
I think they're a really good team. Obviously, they just beat the Tampa Bay Rays, which they won 100 games. So we're playing another good team. I feel like, every single team in playoff have something that can make them a potential winner. So we got to go out there with the same mentality. We got to prepare ourselves and win as many games as we can.
We'll take one more from the front center.
For both of you, a lot is always said about how good of an offensive team you are, but can you talk about just shutting them down today after the first run?
Yeah, When Lance McCullers on the mound, he's our ace, and we feel very confident when we go in the game that we're gonna win that game. And he was able to shut them down once again. Then the bullpen came in for 5 innings, did a great job. I mean, Phil was unbelievable, going 1+, and the rest of the guys just pounding the strike zone, giving us a chance to just keep that lead and eventually win the game.
All right, thank you both. Oh, go ahead.
No, I say just like Carlos said.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, guys. Congrats.
Hola, soy Don Ramírez, pitcher de los Yankees de Nueva York. Un saludo a la máquina deportiva.
Hola, le habla Junior Betancourt de los Kansas City. Saludo a la máquina deportiva. Hola, soy Ángel Pagán y los invito a la máquina deportiva.
Soy Juan Rivera de los Angelinos. Un saludo a la máquina deportiva.
Mi nombre es Carlos Rosa de los Kansas City. Un saludo a la máquina deportiva.
Val, un saludo para la máquina deportiva.
Luis Castillo, lo invitamos a la máquina deportiva.
Yo soy Kendry Morales, primera base de los Analisis. Un saludo para la máquina deportiva.
Regresó Ramón Ramírez para invitarlo a la máquina deportiva.
I'm Mike Jacobs from Kansas City Royals, inviting you to La Máquina Deportiva.
José Contreras, pitcher de White Sox. Un saludo especial para la máquina deportiva.
I'm Daniel Murphy with the New York Mets. I invite you to continue with Máquina Deportiva.
Hola, soy Brian Peña. Saludos a la máquina deportiva.